Well, looks like we're custom live streaming with the wrong title. So let me end that. Nah, we're gonna be fine. I'll update all the different things later. Ah, yeah. You guys ready?
Do it.
I record. Welcome back to the 100 Millionaires podcast. My name is Walter Morello, and I'm here with Michael Shine and Mitch Jorsky. Mike, why don't you bring us in with your phrase?
Massive income from passive income, Walter.
And Mitch, what is your saying?
You got to organize and collect.
That is the truth. We were just talking about that earlier. Before the podcast, we have a little coaching session. We spend about an hour where we fix each other's mindsets. And it turns out that the person with the most work this week was the same person who always needs the most work. It was basically me. No. But we picked on Mitch more.
I don't know about that.
And it's funny because Mitch, like as hard as you have worked on your mindset and as hard as I worked on my mindset, I know Mike's worked on his mindset. The easiest work has been the letting go and just listening to the science of getting rich, right? Like that seems to be like the theme of today was, dude, just are you listening to that book? Or like, are you even in the gym, bro? Like go and lift.
You even lift, bro?
Oh yeah.
Do you even lift?
Do you even science of getting rich, bro?
Seriously, like chapter 14, have you gotten to it yet? Like chapter 7, gratitude.
I think I want to make that a thing. Do you even science of getting rich, bro?
I like it.
Like how are you supposed to get wealthy?
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's like as I was thinking about success this week, it really is, we're going to build a business plan right at the summit, but it really is about being held to it, reactivating. Like I was just saying about the paint, like if you sit paint in a can on the Home Depot shelf, it splits into different layers and you can't just use it, right? You got to go mix it up again. Well, the 100 Millionaires Summit is us mixing it up, right? We're going to get out there. I haven't seen Mitch Durfee since the last time I was in Miami.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think Terry, I saw him at Mike's mastermind. He actually flew in. So I saw we were at the mastermind at Mike's house.
Oh, right. Right.
And then Doug, I saw him when I was in Boca with you, Mitch. And Mike, you were there too.
Yep.
I feel like
fun.
Wizard of Oz. And
Remember
you were
we
there?
went we went and had daiquiris
With Elliot and
Boca. Yeah, we went to
yeah.
lunch.
No, that was
us.
Tampa when we had daiquiris.
Daiquiris in Tampa.
That was crazy that I was in Tampa when you guys happened to be in Tampa. That was awesome.
that was cool.
Was that my birthday or something like that?
Might have been.
We went for sushi or something like that.
Yeah, we went for sushi and then afterwards, right around
Walked
the
around
corner,
the
there was like
corner.
a daiquiri bar or something.
It was like the first time Mike
I was
let me pay for
turned
something.
up.
Yeah.
I remember I paid for something and it was like, I'll never forget this moment ever in my life. I think it was daiquiris. Did I buy daiquiris?
It was either that or the sushi.
Or the sushi?
Maybe you were the first ever to best Mike on.
Oh,
paying
you
for
paid
sushi.
for
I bought the sushi because
Yeah,
you were in
that's
my
what it
town.
was.
That's right.
Because I don't usually allow that, but
Yes.
yeah.
Well, but you guys flew, you guys traveled, you guys
Yeah, it was
got the
awesome.
hotel. No, that was
It was so fun. We went to a sushi place. It was like we drove like some crazy amount to get to this place that was just like strip mall sushi.
Yeah.
It
But
did
But
have
the
the
sake got
daiquiri.
we had the daiquiri bar around the corner. So
the
hashtag
universe,
win.
the universe has our back.
the daiquiri bar was fantastic. And then there
Yeah,
was
it's
the
fun.
band and
Yeah, people were singing. They were doing open mic
Karaoke?
night. Open mic night. Yeah,
yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah, it was cool. That was
Like think about it. And I'm going to talk about this at the summit. Financial freedom is not necessarily about the cars we drive. It's not about the house we have. It's not about how many things you can say you've owned. It's about the things that you can do and the people you're hanging out with.
It's all about the Benjamins.
It's about the Benjamins, man. Make it rain, Mike. Make it rain.
No, just joking. It's not all about them. It's about freedom for me.
That's it. You like mountain biking. So freedom creates a mountain biking for
Yeah.
you. You like to spend time with your 5 kids,
Yeah.
right? And your beautiful wife.
Yeah,
And
they're all back in the house right now. It's awesome. Just got back. So
so they just got back, you mean from traveling, right? Because Sam and
yeah,
Hannah.
Sam
have
and
been-
Hannah were traveling. Yep. It's cool.
Where were they at?
Well, Sam was doing those earth ships in New Mexico, and then she was driving to she went to Sedona by herself, and so Hannah flew out to Phoenix, and then they drove back and took like the most circuitous route, like up to Chicago to go down to visit someone in Kansas. I'm like, or Kentucky, I think. Yeah. But yeah, they had a good time. We came back last night. Awesome.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Mitch, where's crypto at, brother? I noticed Cub is up 3 cents. I
Yeah.
made money in my sleep.
Yay.
And I made money in my sleep anyway because it was just earning over the night.
Crypto's where it always is, on the blockchain.
Yeah.
What happens on the blockchain stays on the
Stays on the
blockchain.
blockchain. Nice job.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
None of that is
Yeah.
going anywhere. It will always
Every
be on the
statement I just
blockchain.
made is indeed fact.
I got to do Mitch's 2 crypto calls this week. Yesterday, I did the 6:30, which is like a public newbies call, which is awesome. I always, even though what have we been doing this, Walter, for like a year now, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, this podcast.
No, I'm saying the crypto and the staking and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's been about a year when you guys first dived into it.
Yeah, so
That explains why there's so much in there. That makes a lot of sense.
I learn in his newbie call, I learned something every time. So that's kind of cool. 6:30 on Tuesday nights. And then for the first time, he had his private call, 7:30 on Tuesday night. So it was double Mitch. It was awesome. Double Mitch.
Double niches.
Double the pleasure,
Yeah.
double the crypto.
Yeah. So I don't know if you can drop that on Facebook because I think a lot of people are interested in crypto.
I'm going to drop the link to sign up.
If
for
you're
the
not interested in
newbie
crypto
call.
right now, you're missing out on an opportunity.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
I'm a real estate investor, and I don't use my cash for real estate. I use other people's cash for real estate, and I invest in crypto. The only thing that I will use my money for is like a long-term buy and hold, like for sure. A long-term buy and hold, I'll put cash into. But the flips, I don't need cash, and the agency, I don't need cash. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, take your money and go and put it into crypto and let it age and sit there.
Not financial
go up.
advice.
Yeah, oh wow, we haven't said that in a little while. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want.
It's
But
your money. It's your decision.
Everybody's situation is different. But
Snap it to a
Everybody's
Slim Jim.
situation is different, but
and
I'm
actually we're not. I mean, we have stocks and we have
yes.
other.
And I put money in the stocks as well.
All the things.
Yep.
I just
Stocks,
funded my
real
Roth.
estate,
Yep.
Nice job.
crypto.
Oh, I forgot to buy it. I'm gonna buy a
Businesses.
Tesla.
You didn't buy it; it just ran up. So
Ah,
that's
son
fine.
of
I
a
mean,
bitch.
it's always. I mean, you can do it. I just was psyched because you said the other day you're going to buy it, and then it's been going up, but it's going to keep going. Its earnings are on the 20th, Wednesday night.
So
So I'll buy on Thursday.
You could. There is
buy
that
the
sell
rumor,
on
sell the news.
There's always
Sounds
sell the
Buy
news.
the
yeah.
rumor, sell
Yeah.
the news.
but it could also keep going up, and then you'll say,
It
"Son of a
could.
bitch."
And that's the thing. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Mike,
Or better yet,
I bought
because-
Tesla at $250 a share.
Nice job.
there you go.
Nice
I don't own
job.
it though, because that's just how it's worked out for me in the past. I had a
Yes.
great idea, go in and then be
Yeah.
like, that's good enough. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking long term.
Yeah.
You and me both. I bought Tesla at 180.
I see.
It was at
I-
420, like literally in 3 months. I was like, I just crushed it.
I'm out.
I sold 90% of it and continued to, and this is before the split.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is
I
what I
was-
learned. And for anybody who's listening, again, not financial advice, but it'll make you a lot of fucking money. If you listen to what Mike Shine does, if you do the Mike Shine strategy, which is buy and forget about it.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
just buy and forget it.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a distinction between an investor and a trader. And a lot of people that don't spend as much time as Mitch does, and actually Walter as well, to do their analysis are just gamblers. They're just like
Yeah.
they listen to CNN or they read some blog and they're like, okay, I'll buy it. That's just gambling in my mind. I do a deep dive. The underlying company Tesla is amazing. It'll be the most valuable, in my opinion, the most valuable company in the world. It's no accident that Elon is the richest man in the world, and he's leaps and bounds ahead of Bezos right now. And yeah, so I found a company, and I'm vegan, so I'm not really into the whole fishing thing. But in this case, it's an apt analogy. I've got my hook in that company, and I am not letting go. It is dug in there. And
Hold on. Wait, what's the company?
Tesla.
Oh, Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
I
saying,
thought he was messing
I'm
with
all
you.
in, and actually, there's some people on Twitter even more aggressive than me. They keep buying. It keeps going up, and they keep saying, "Oh, I just bought 25
What
more
up?
shares.
Buy more.
I just bought more. They just keep buying more." But you yeah, if you hold on to that stock till 2025, in next year, 2022 is going to be an amazing year. 2 new factories coming online this month, and holy crap, there's demand. Every car that they make, they sell. It's exciting. So,
And there's actually a lesson within this because, you know, bull markets, bear markets, all that good stuff. We all know we've been in a bull market for 11 years, which is unprecedented. It's the longest bull market in history, right? And, you know, you can't go up forever. We like at some point, you know, you have recessions, you have market pullbacks. It is what it is.
sure.
But what you need to focus on is how something performs relative, right? So Mike has a bunch of reasons that he invests in Tesla, right? And
Yes.
that doesn't guarantee the stock's always going to go up, but
No.
he has conviction that even if we see a recession or we see a market, you know, pullback, that Tesla is going to outperform general to the market. So let's just say hypothetically, you know, who knows? 3 years from now, we see a recession, right? And the market pulls back for a year.
Yeah.
If the market's down 15%, Tesla might not go up that year, but if it's
Right.
break even, only down 1%, you outperform the market by 14%.
Well, this year is a perfect example of that, because if you bought Tesla in January this year, you're down versus the S&P. But well, 2 things. First of all, in the last couple of weeks, when there's been a pullback with the Dow and all that kind of stuff, Tesla has just been strong throughout that. Like I'm looking at I'll look at it and it'll be Dow down 300 points. And then I'm like, oh, and then I look at Tesla, and Tesla's up 2 points. Like it's not even down. It's just, you look at the last month of Tesla, it keeps going up. Yeah. So so relative strength, but pick a good company. It's pulled back before. It pulled back all the
Yeah.
way to the 500s before. So
And that's just like a lesson that we kind of, you know, stumbled
Yeah.
into. And, you know, Tesla obviously is the example we're using, but I mean, it could be any company, any crypto.
exactly.
And, you know, that's the biggest thing. I think a next level tool for the novice is really just paying attention to that. Like, so let's say even for crypto, right? You know, like I'll teach people this on the call. It's just like, all right, you know, I want to get in some crypto, but like, obviously I'm not a trader. I don't know how to read charts. It doesn't matter. Like just like a stock, what coins are outperforming the market? What have relative strength? And has that been going on for a while? Because if it has,
Such a good
then
point.
it very well could continue until that tide changes. But those tides don't turn, you know, on a dime. So it's kind of like, you know, Apple stock is an equivalent. Apple had relative strength to the market for like 20 years. It was ridiculous, like to the
Right.
point where it was almost like annoying. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
really, seriously, how could this thing keep going up? But so relative strength to whatever asset you're in, relative strength to that given market is, I think, an advanced level tool I can give people that you still can be a novice and utilize.
So good. By the way, another point about Tesla is that Tesla, if you look at a chart back to like 2010, it had this extremely low, it did nothing. Like it is just flatline on the bottom, and it just keeps going and going and going. So when it really ripped last year, it was catching up to what the people that did the deep dive knew this company was valuable and it was doing the right things. And that's where it's ripped from there. So it was kind of catching up on the rest of the market throughout those years. So
It's funny, the fundamentals that we're talking about with crypto and stocks, you know, with Tesla and I will say Ethereum right now, like these are the same fundamentals. Like the passion you have behind Tesla, Mike, is the
Yeah.
same feeling that I have for real estate. It's why I've done well in it. Is because I look at it and I say, man, this is useful. I care about my tenants. My tenants are really good people, and I want to own more of this. Like this is just exciting to me, like what it does and what I can make it into, what it was before I bought it. You know, like Mitch's deal, like he's got this house that before he owned it was a complete piece of garbage, right? And like even the electrical was like, you get some electrical, I get some electrical, but I'll, you know, this guy's paying for it. It's like ridiculous. And like when you go into those things and like at first they suck, but then you get in like, no, you can't spend all the money at once. Like sometimes you can, sometimes we do, and we just full reno. But sometimes we're buying these things and it's a year before I'm able to get to the hallways or before I'm able to get to the apartment that I want to do. And as I've watched these buildings go, like the longer I hold them, the better they get. And the longer I hold them, the more I want to hold them.
Yeah.
And the more I hold them, the more they go up in value and the more the rents go up and the deeper relationship with my tenants. And it becomes this like cyclical thing where I'm getting richer just because I really enjoy holding the asset. I believe in it.
Yeah, this is all new to me because the real estate game, you've been doing it for a long time, like since 2008, right? Or
well, I was just a homeowner in 2008. I was the same as you, Mike, for 4 years.
2010, maybe 13, whatever.
2012, I bought my first 3 family, or I put it under agreement. I closed in 13.
So for me, it's only been the last couple of years. So some of these properties that I bought recently have just started to stabilize. And it's like this epiphany. You're like, holy crap, the mortgage has ticked down the value because the market right now, there's values. It's exciting. I didn't know it was part of it. It's like a part that's just fun for me. And it's first time for me. Like
year 3 is cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Like year 3, once you hit year 3, you're like, whoa, oh, cash flow. That's what they've been talking
Keep
about.
having this conversation with people. Yep. Even my partner, you know, my stuff up in Massachusetts with him. We're getting into year 3. And I'm just like, dude, like, I understand it feels like, you know, we're busting ass for not much, but we're about to see like the snowball is about to roll over and start going down that hill for us and grow.
And now that I've seen it with a couple of properties that I've had, the ones that I've gotten later, like the one that I have with Ken, I see it coming. Like we are stabilizing as we speak, and it's almost done. We're working on a refi that's going to take our interest rate from 10% down to 3.75%, and that and all the
awesome
all the apartments are rented, or there's just a couple that need a little fixing up, but yeah, it's exciting. It's cool.
So I've had the amount of units that I have right now before, right? I've gotten up to 60, almost say 68 units. We've gotten as high as 68.
Awesome.
And then we've gotten as low as 12. Like when me and Ron partnered, we've gone up to 42, down to 12, up to 68. We're at 50 right now with a flip. I don't count the flips. They're just the kind of things out there.
Yeah.
And it's the easiest 50 we've ever owned. Like the units are all in amazing condition. They're worth way more. The tenants are fantastic. Like we've had a lot of units over the years. We've traded them out. We've upgraded as we did it.
Yeah.
And like now I look at this game and I'm just like, man, like most of our inventory is new inventory, right? In 2019, we picked up half the portfolio.
Right.
And then in 2020, we picked up the other half. 21, we haven't really picked up much inventory, although we have now 60 units under agreement. So it's like, that's 3 more years on a new double of the portfolio, right? Like that will take some time to stabilize. But next year, so in year 1 of the condos, we lost 10 grand every single month for a whole year while we were doing the refinance.
Was that the refi?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So then this year we started breaking because we just bought another portfolio on top of it. So in 2020, so that one was getting turned. So we were breaking even again, but still losing about 10,000 a month.
Yeah.
And then right now, Ron and I just had the conversation where we're like, oh shoot, I think we're only losing 2 grand a month. And next month we actually turn over. Like next month, like once all the evictions are done, we'll put our tenants in, because now we're almost doubling our rents. Like there are units that the person wasn't paying and the person was paying $650. And I'm telling Ron, I'm like, what are they thinking? Like that's a $1,300 unit.
Yeah. They should have paid.
We have a tenant already lined up to pay $1,300
Yeah.
when that person leaves. Like, we just showed the unit while they were still in there. Like, it's nuts.
Nice.
So the rents are going up, and like, we're right now, we look at it and we know the stabilization is still 2 years away for some of these, but we're missing right now about $15,000 a month in loss to lease. Just there's a gap in the rents, what they should be paying, what they are paying.
They are paying. Wow. Yeah, I
That's
was at my
fantastic.
house and I had a check for my private lender, and it was $5,200.
Nice.
Samantha was looking at it and she's like, well, oh, I want that check. I said, well, you have to lend me money. And I said, she's like, oh, somebody lent you money and blah, blah, blah. And I said, this is interest only. She's like, 5,200 interest only. I say, well, yeah, because sometimes you buy a property with hard money and you pay the 10%, but you do it only for 3 or 4 months, or maybe, the balloon note's like a 1 year. But then we actually cash flow positive on that property.
Oh, wow.
Even with the 5,200. So when it drops from 10% to 3.75, Ken pointed that out. This is going to be really good, and it's should refi.
Yeah, when you were going to
month.
sell it, I told him, I was like, Ken, well, you're going to sell it to buy inventory that I don't think is better. You're buying worse inventory.
It's great advice. Yeah.
Like, just hold this one. Like, what's the point in selling?
Yeah, it's awesome. And we also get to keep Becky because, we don't have to find a new property manager in a different area, whatever. So that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I actually just was messaging her today. I sold my property like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
But she just sent me the last check, and it was like another $1,300. And I was like, man, like, I may miss that particular building. That was good. I get that $1,300, that $1,400 check every month.
It's funny. That reminds me of crypto. Like, when we talk about like moving out of Cub and into something else, I'm like, but I really like the harvesting every day of my crypto, And so if you reduce it by half, you don't get as much. You don't get as much per day. So.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I'd much rather just believe in the coin and do what I can do to help Cal out. What is, like, can I give them a little direction and say, look, if you could create this utility to the token, it may bring people in, and if you create that utility, then I can promote it. Like, as long as there's no utility on a token, I can't promote it. It just doesn't make sense. But like Leo Finance, I can promote. Hive, I can promote because there's utility. Like, man, I use it. It makes a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, there is a utility for Cub now, and that is the IDOs.
Right.
Now it has IDOs. Now it has an opportunity to get access and exposure to other cryptos. Like, now that makes sense.
Yeah,
and
which is, basically just getting started. I mean, and here's the thing too. Think about this. Cub DeFi launched.
That's what Pancake Swap is based off of, is IDOs.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? 7 months. I'm right with you, Mitch. I'm blown away.
7 months ago, it started as a yield farming site. Since then, it's become an auto farm site. It's become an IDO launch pad, right? This is in 7 months. The bridge was built despite all its issues and problems. Like, this is like the amount of stuff that was done in 7 months is impressive. And, Mike talked about, Tesla earlier and how like the chart was like this for like 10 years. And then this has been 7 months, you know what I mean? And it's funny because obviously everyone wants to see their crypto moon. And I'll admit I've gotten frustrated in like the last month because it's just like, what the hell? When is this thing going to go up? Like, or, not even go down, but 7 months, it's crazy. And, there's that longer term vision of building that ecosystem. So, I'm with you. Like, I haven't divested anything, but I've stopped paying attention to the price, and I decide if I want to sell some dividends to get exposure to other cryptos, I do. So
that's what I did. Not well, but I. But
yes,
I'm just taking what I earned from the staking and putting it into other ones.
Same.
It's usually from the cat king crypto cat king. Sorry, easy for me to say.
But I mean, listen, right? How beautiful is that, right? Whether it's crypto, whether it's real estate, or whether it's even stocks, like you're basically think about like stocks. Everyone knows, dividend reinvestment, and you can even do like, dividend reinvestment programs where it automatically takes your dividends and buy more of that stock, right? This is essentially what we're doing. Yeah, we're doing it manually, so to speak. Like, we take income from our rental properties and we usually use it to buy more rental properties. We take, the dividends from Cub and we use it to
Yeah.
buy more crypto and other cryptos. That's all.
Yeah.
Like, we're not reinventing the wheel here. We're doing the same
Right.
shit people have been doing for hundreds of years to get rich. We're just doing it with different assets.
That's like,
Yeah. It's
I
brilliant.
keep reminding myself of that, is if I can create more, like encourage and keep Cub going, right? Then I have an income stream for a very long time. And so I love Cub and I want to see it do really well. And then with that, if I know Cub's going to keep expanding and growing and having all this functionality, right? It's been 7 months and we've watched the coin come down in value, and then we've watching it fight back now with IDOs coming in. And I think that that's going to take it off. But as long as it can hold its value, like that's my only concern with Cub, is if it can maintain, then I win, right? Because then I can put more money confidently in it. With it dropping, it's like a concern for me. But
Oh,
if
I
we can
get you.
to the burn, yeah.
But the beauty part of it is like, I don't even need to put in more money. Like, if it levels out at a certain price, it's like, all right, great. How much do I need to let compound where now it creates the value I want? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'd like
to
have 100,000 there. Like, to me, like if I don't have
$100,000 or 100,000 Cub.
$100,000, like
Gotcha.
that way.
I want my.
But I don't want to do it until I know Cub's stable, until I know like the token is not going to depreciate on me. Like, I just want to see so much. I want to see deflation on the token, right? So like once there's deflation, then I'm willing to put money in. But as long as it's heavily inflated, I'm losing every time it inflates.
Which inflationary versus deflationary is actually a bullet point on my presentation at the 100 Millionaire Summit.
At the 100 Millionaire Summit.
Because people hear deflationary and they think the wrong thing. They think that means you're losing value. But no, I will show you how deflationary actually means you're increasing value. And how inflationary means you are losing value. And we all know what the comparison is going to be: US dollar to crypto.
Right.
Yeah. Crypto, real estate. I'm not going to say gold and silver because they don't do shit, but crypto and real estate are deflationary assets right now.
Yeah.
They are deflating, and the dollar is inflating, right? Which means it's like what they did with cereal in the cereal aisles. Like, you go in there, or a bag of chips, right? You go and you buy the bag and you pop it, and like the whole 60% of the bag's air, and all you got is like a little bit of crumbs at the bottom.
Right. It takes more and more dollars to pay for the crypto and the houses and all that stuff, because
this is also why we invest in real estate and hold paper.
Yep.
That's what I'm strongly suggesting everybody does, is not invest in real estate, not invest in crypto, not invest in stocks. Invest in yourself, invest in your business, and acquire as much of those assets as you possibly can. And by those, I mean real estate, stocks, and crypto. The things that are going up in value, the deflationary assets, get as many dollars and burn them as quickly as you can.
And
do not hold the dollar.
And use other people's money to get those.
And if you can get access to other people's dollars that they've already earned, that saves you time. You don't have to go earn it yourself.
Right.
That's why real estate is what we're moving so heavily right now. And that's why the training company is what we're moving so heavily right now. Like, we can collect other people's money just by offering something that we already have. Hey, I got a deal here. Give me the money to borrow and go and do this deal. Or I've got information. Hey, just send that over to me. I can take your money and I can go roll it into acquiring more assets. This is where, if you're not learning right now in this economy, and you're in a job that likely is on the side of being replaced, you need to start re-educating yourself. You need to start retooling your mind. And the biggest opportunities are going to be entrepreneurs, salespeople, marketing. It's going to be people who understand business and have that ability to go out and really sell, like selling, marketing, having the business knowledge. It's education, right? If you're a teacher right now, if you're educating, and I don't mean like a teacher in school, like I mean a teacher of crypto, right? Or a teacher of real estate, or a teacher of sales or marketing or business, you're going to crush it. But if you're in a job where it requires you to be on the assembly line, you're going to be crushed. You're going to be replaced by AI. You're going to be replaced by a robot. This is the future. This 100%. Is what we're looking forward to.
The way our economy's set up, the way fiat's set up, you're literally being forced to put your money in assets. Otherwise, you're losing money every day.
Right.
Just like,
Right.
and you know what? I'm going to blatantly show that when I talk at the summit. I literally have an example. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little amped up, and I'm usually not too cocky about people's reactions, but I'm going to take something that's so ridiculously obvious that no one actually like thought about and blow their mind. And they're going to be like, wait, really?
That's awesome.
So far I've shared it with 3 people, and all 3 of them looked at me and they're like, you literally just blew my mind. That's crazy. I never thought of that.
That's awesome.
And it's so simple. That's what's great about it. Like in terms of just our history of fiat currency and the way things are set up.
Nice.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I am so excited to be alive at this point. Like I know there's people suffering out there, but that's a choice, right? It's a decision. Like they just don't know better, because right now there's so much opportunity to go and make money and be wealthy and have whatever you want. I wake up every day, and this is something that I didn't have before, but I wake up every day and I look around, I'm like, oh my God, my life, I'm fucking spoiled. Like this is the greatest ever. Like, what do I want today? I can just go pick something, and I know I can have it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's mindset. It's mindset. Right off the bat. It
truly is a mindset. Now,
you say you're blessed.
Do I have a Lamborghini? No, but Lamborghini's never turned me on. Could I? Absolutely. It wouldn't. I could do it tomorrow, right? If I want to go test drive one and buy one, I can have it.
Yeah.
The Tesla Plaid model is way cooler.
Yeah, Tesla Plaid Model S with the rocket thruster. SpaceX.
I
know, but then I got like and by the way, I
will get that sometime in my life. It is in the.
I love the concept. I don't drive my car ever. My car leaves the parking lot once a week.
Yeah.
Now that I'm not going to Taco Bell, like it just sits there.
Yeah.
And 2, I don't have a Tesla charging station in the apartment complex that I'm living in now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Coming.
And
well, if you never drive it, you could just go to the supermarket, charge it, and then you're all set, whenever you need.
I have a super Walmart in walking distance that has a charging station. I'm like,
you guys
should have a Tesla.
Just once a week.
I paid for the full self-driving, so I'm hoping that since I just drive 5 minutes to my office, that it'll just drive away and start driving people in the near future.
That's the future. Like, this is why I'm saying, like, people who are living off of Uber right now, we're like, okay, I don't need an education. I'm just a car driver.
Right.
Dude, no.
You're about to be replaced. It's like
you're about to be replaced.
When the robo taxis start, it'll be a third of the price of an Uber. Plus, people, except for Walter, people don't want to get in a car and talk to other people. They just want a car to show up.
I make money on my Uber rides. I find out all about the city whenever I'm in town. Exactly. I'm like, hey, so tell me about
always be networking
area.
Yeah, we met this guy that went through. He was an Uber driver when we were in Texas, and he just went through the most amazing epiphany about God, like doing drugs and having a relationship with his wife that wasn't working and all that stuff, and just. Yeah, it was just really inspiring. And so you do get some fun stories when you're in the, so yeah, turned his life completely around, changed his relationship with his wife, changed his relationship to God, to his kids. I was and that was in a 20-minute drive.
Yeah, I still get Ubers here in Tampa. I have the car, I have 2 cars, but I still get an Uber just to learn about the areas. I'll just be like, hey, how long you been living here? And if I find out the guy hasn't lived in Tampa long, I'm like, okay, hey, you can stop me off over here. We're going to be okay. Because you learn so much about the community. You learn so much about the streets and the neighborhoods. And awesome. As a real estate investor, it's like block by block,
Smart. Hey, I wanted to jump back to Cub. I just wanted to say that whenever
remember we were going to make this a 15-minute episode.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to say that with Cub, everybody's always like, oh, it's gone down in price versus the US dollar. But I don't really like to look at the US dollar. I just try to keep stacking Cub. And then, like Mitch said, hopefully someday it just moons, and you were just an early adopter. And
that's it's like Leo, right? I'm looking at Leo. It was 17 cents last night. It's 25 cents.
That's my fault. That's because I didn't use a limit. I didn't use a limit order.
Market efficiencies need
market order.
I'm surprised actually someone hasn't arbed the hell out of that, like some bot or whatever. But yeah.
What does that mean, arb? Oh,
Arbitrage.
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 Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I actually looked at if there was a way for me to arb it, but I just couldn't put together the last leg how it would make sense in terms of what crypto I can get into and get out of, where I could actually
Yeah.
book that gain. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
a learning lesson that I
Yeah,
took
it's fine.
and turned into a TikTok and a tweet.
Exactly. And I don't
So-
I didn't like lose my position. I mean, I lost some money on the trade, but I actually have Hive. So that was the whole point of it. And I made a lot of people in the Leo finance community very happy. So
It was an interesting
and
moment.
it was free roll too.
And there's
Mitch said.
arbitrage
Exactly.
right now. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this, but there's arbitrage. B Leo is priced at 23 cents and Leo is priced at 25 cents.
Huh. So you're gonna make a trade?
2
So I
cents
might
really
take
isn't
some of
enough
my
after all the
cub for the
fees.
day and slide it into B Leo just to sit it there.
Right.
And now I get the tokens that I'm looking for. Yeah, I do that every so often. If I see like a good position, like Cub's not as high as I'd like it to do this. I like at least a 3 times. Like one Cub's gonna buy me 3 Leo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when I'm in that position, I'll do it. And I've had it where one Cub was buying me 5 Leo or 4 Leo, and like in those points, I'm just like I'm burning Cub. I'm burning Cub. Burning Cub right now.
Where are you seeing Leo, by the way? A B Leo, like where?
I go to the trade section. I go in. I go to exchange.
Yeah, if you go to the
trade,
exchange page.
and I go against the BUSD. I go against the dollar to see what it looks like. So
Where,
it's
on Leo finance, you're saying?
No,
Yeah.
on Cub.
on Cub.
Gotcha.
Speaking of, don't use that exchange page to actually do any exchanges
Oh, right,
Yeah.
because that was
because it's
the-
version. It's
yeah.
V1 contracts.
Nice.
Yeah, Pancake Swap.
The
is
only
where
reason
we
that's
wanna
still
go to
up
do it
is
all.
just in case anyone hasn't moved
Migrated.
out of the V1 farms yet.
Yeah, but right now with Cub so low, I'm just stacking in kingdoms. I just started this week. I'm just gonna keep stacking.
But so like, everything we're talking about right now is probably Chinese to a lot of people. And the
Yeah.
funny thing is, even what Mike was talking about like, the market order and how that didn't work out so well, that's because it was on a decentralized exchange, called a DEX, which is basically the opposite. Like you have like a Coinbase, right? Which is a centralized exchange. These decentralized exchanges aren't run by a centralized organization. Thus, you don't have those same guarantees in terms of liquidity and volume, all that stuff, right? So there's pros and cons to everything. But with crypto, this is where people like maybe quote unquote get in trouble, and then all of a sudden like they hate on crypto, and it's like no, like crypto didn't screw you. Like you made a mistake because you're not well versed in this area, and this is the biggest thing. Like when it comes to teaching people crypto, like even like I get into general stuff on the free call, but the private calls when we really get into the weeds on this stuff. So you don't have these these moments where you're basically paying what I call market tuition, right?
Right.
So, that's why, this is why you use coaches, right? You leverage their knowledge. So it's like, if you have that knowledge and it saves you, like, think about it. That knowledge would have saved Mike like close to $2,000,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, easily. Think about
So
I needed a little education. It's all good.
get,
it's good to be learning again.
yeah, man, get coached up.
Again, it was free roll, so I'm blessed that it's
Exactly.
it's not money for my mortgage. It was just money that I earned. It's losing me, I think, 5 days.
Yeah.
And that's
5
the
days of
beauty
sleep.
of DeFi,
And it's cool because you went from Cub Finance over to Hive. Like that's fine, right? If you were going like we're earning Leo right now. Like for me to buy Hive with Leo bothers me, right? Because I feel like I'm spending like 3.5 Leo to get 1 Hive. So like
Gotcha.
to take my Leo and buy Hive, I like have a hard time with it. But to put fresh cash into Leo and buy Hive, I'm okay with that because it's pretty much a direct correlation. I got as much Hive as I wanted. It's interesting.
So
To earn
Just
Hive, I'm okay with that too, right? Writing on the blog, I'm earning Hive. Like that's,
there
but
you
we don't
go.
earn anywhere near what we used to, Mitch. Like Hive does not, like a blog post does not make as much Hive as it used to.
What do you mean?
Like when I post, like it's much smaller amounts that they're giving for votes.
So as in you're just getting less votes or not as big votes?
No, I get more votes. I'm just saying like the amount of Hive that they send is almost nothing, like compared to how much Leo we get. It's like 0.019 Hive.
Well, it makes sense for you, your scenario. I can't say that's going on for me.
Explain.
My hive posts, my hive posts get paid.
So what is so like I'll get paid
So
in
here's the
Leo.
thing. It
Yeah.
it depends on who's voting on you, right? So like I have, for instance, I have someone that votes on my post, most of the
This
time
is your fault, isn't it,
who
Mitch?
who has way more hive than they do Leo. Like your
Yes.
set, like most of the people that vote on your stuff have more Leo than they have hive, including me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I've 8 times the amount of Leo than I have hive. So when I vote on you, you're getting way more Leo from my vote than you are getting hive.
You know what
You
I
don't
did
have any
this week?
hive whales voting on your on the
I'm
hive
about
side.
to get some hive whales. I'm about to pump hive. Yeah, I'm about to every post I make is gonna be why hive is amazing and hive is the
Listen,
greatest platform. And I'm gonna get the votes.
with the price of hive, and here's the thing, it's all about price, right? Hive was sitting at 15 cents basically, 8 months ago. In fact, I actually had a bet with someone. I had a bet with Addicted that hive would hit
Oh, he addicted, yeah.
hive would hit 5 cents before it hit 20 cents when it was at like, I don't know, it's at like 14 cents or something. I ended up losing. It bottomed out. It touched 10 cents and it never went lower. So I wasn't wrong. I just didn't get to my target. And now it's at 80 cents, right? Because of
84.
that. Anyway, because of it, you know, you have a higher price. So those tokens are worth more. So that same amount of hive I was earning on a post that used to be worth, let's say, like $15 is now worth like $45, $50 because the price of hive is at 80 cents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was interesting about these like social media kind of based tokens is that, how high can they really go? I mean, if there's other use cases, but it's going to be an interesting dynamic because let's just say a coin like that goes to $5, right? Now you're talking about me writing a, chart analysis blog post, a blog post that would earn like $400, $500.
Awesome.
Is that even realistic? Is that even
some
fair
people,
in the universe? Like it takes me 15 minutes to write that post and
like
do
the
that analysis.
influencers would get that $400, but then the people who have nothing staked or the people who have no influence are going to make, the same thing they're getting now, $1, 50 cents. So it's all about who's following you. You get paid. It's just like YouTube, right? Like not everybody on YouTube is getting paid, $1 million a month.
Because that one hive now is 10x what it used to be. So now my post is getting paid 10x more. And I guess my worry, I guess, has always been with these is like, is that realistic? Is it really realistic for everyone to be earning $500 a post, throwing up garbage even? You know what I mean?
It won't be everybody. It'll just
I know it won't be everyone, but still, it's still relative though. So that person that was only earning 50 cents is now going to be earning, $5.
Right.
I don't know.
So
it's going to be interesting
because
Hive is holding. It's all new.
The hive is holding an amount of hive, right? It's always holding, and that when the coin goes up or down in value, that percentage is always going up or down in value as well. So as long as its reserve is always sitting there, it can do that, right? It's like if you got a Bitcoin today, it's like, holy shit, they gave me a Bitcoin. But 15 years ago, you'd be like, so what? Does that buy me even a pepperoni on the pizza?
Well, that is true. Bitcoin pizza day,
right? So it's the curation amount will still continue the way it does. It's just that the values will go, like the posts won't be getting $400. There may be a few that are out there doing it, the ones with thousands of followers, but they're not going to be at the rate of dollar value that they are right now for most people, just a handful, right? Because it's that wouldn't be sustainable.
I've been in that ecosystem for 5 years now, so I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm also not agreeing. I've seen some stuff. I seen when back in the early days when it was Steam and that price was like $6. And that, of course, that was when I just got started. Like I didn't have any votes or know anyone, but there was people that were earning
that's like
over a G on a post.
Wow. And that's how it should be.
There was someone that made 30 grand on a post.
If you've got followers.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
how about right place, right time. So I joined the party about 3 months too late. But yeah, so we ended up going down a crypto rabbit hole here, and we're at what 40 minutes.
Yeah,
that's the difference between I know, but that's the difference between Steam and Hive and other cryptos, other social medias, right? So if you look at TikTok, I make a post that goes out and people like it. Awesome. Great. I have no idea how much TikTok made from that. But with
Yeah.
Hive, I hit a post and it goes out and makes it. I'm getting paid directly so I can see, and anybody can see what I'm making.
And this goes into decentralization. I mean, this is why you have these, these dApps, decentralized apps that are launching. I mean, the Leo team is working on like a Twitter type, dApp, but also there's another one that I signed up for. I sent you guys the link that,
Yep,
they're looking, it looks like it's kind of almost like a, TikTok slash, Instagram kind of version, decentralized version.
Hey, Mitch, what's going on with Hive and Leo right now? Like as I'm watching it, Leo's at 26 cents, Hive's up to 42 cents and a half. It's like keeps climbing up. Is
I
it because
don't know
are you
because I'm
thinking about
not.
the
I find it
future?
amusing. I'm not looking at any of this right now. You're looking at charts and stuff, and I'm like on the call here.
No, I gotta jump off though. I gotta go and write up the last 4 lessons for the business plan so that everybody
Nice.
does walk away with a business plan. The 100 Millionaire Summit coming up in October 22nd
Yeah,
to the 24th.
It
I got
is
my to-do
October.
list.
It's coming up. It's like less than 2 weeks away.
We're 9 or 8 days away. We're right there.
I mean, it's basically in 9 days.
And we're
Friday
gonna be
next
there.
week.
Oh yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it starts less than a week from now for me.
Yeah, it's for you. It starts in a week. For me,
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna be up there Thursday. So
I leave Tampa
I will be
on
there
Wednesday
Friday.
morning
Thursday.
and I'll be in Orlando for the whole week.
I will
Nice job.
be in Orlando Thursday. I'll leave Thursday morning. I'll be there Thursday afternoon.
I'll be there
Awesome.
Thursday night.
I got to change my hotel too. I only
I will
booked it
see
till
you all
Sunday.
then.
I was like, oh, it sounds like everyone's staying till Monday, except Mike Shine.
Yeah, dude, stay till Monday. Mike, change your flight. Stay till Monday. Hang with us.
Mike's got family responsibilities. Don't be a bad influence.
Hot Tub Business Plan starts on Sunday. Bring Jonah. Fly Jonah in for the Hot Tub Business Plan. I love it.
Peace. All right, cool.
Awesome. So, the point is not to work, it's to generate income. Mike, what is your phrase?
Massive income from passive income.
Mitch Jorsky, what are you known for saying?
In order to get that massive income from passive income, you got to organize and collect.
Amen.
Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best. We will see you at the 100 Millionaires Summit in Orlando. Go to ibuildmillionaires.com and register today.
Awesome. All right, bye, guys.